there's a lot in life to be grateful for. Number one, I need to get some food in my belly. Sleep big time. Need to get some food in my belly. I left the house rushing. It's fucking crazy, man. This world is crazy. Not too big, but big. This world is what they say is smaller than you think. I just helped a customer, and one of the words that I heard him say was in perpetuity. And one, I'm now feeling a little less guilty on actually making progress based off riding the coattails of those that have accomplished already what most people are looking to accomplish. And for me, this conversation was valuable, not because of anything specific that I received, but it just gave me confirmation that I'm doing good. I'm doing good in the world. I've made major improvements, and this isn't a razz against the people I meet. In fact, I'm glad I don't really connect with them or know names. Therefore, it just doesn't really hurt anybody. But you know, there's people that are college educated and are somehow molding into the same space that I'm falling in. You know, we're interested in the same stuff. We all fall into. We end up wanting the same shit. You know, and you know, whether you're college educated or if you are. Whether you're college educated or you're ignorant like me, you know, you at the end of it all, now I can only provide as much value. I could only provide this much value, meaning I could only help somebody with what I know. And there's so much knowledge out there. You know, one of the things that I've learned from listening to podcasts, but especially spaces, Twitter spaces, I learned so much by involving myself in Twitter spaces and also talking to people. I just had a customer in the truck, and he's extremely smart, you know, talking all of the lingo, and you know, they could pretty much impress you with words, but when you really start digging deep, when you start asking questions and really finding out what's happening, what's going on a day-to-day, what are you really doing? You know, I'm not as impressed. Not that it's not to take away from where other people are, but I'm just not as impressed as it looks from the surface, like from the outside. From the outside, you would think you would just think different shit, man. But in terms of me, I'm happy. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep improving. I know I have a lot to develop in. In fact, I'm not going home. I'm gonna go to Books A Million first and buy a book. There's a book that I've been wanting to get, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna fucking get it. I have books at home as well, but I realize that one of my hurdles is the way I communicate. One of my hurdles is the way I communicate, and I've always wanted to help those that I could relate with, but I don't want to stay at a specific level either, right? So I want to help everyone from where I used to be to where I am and where I'm going to be. And I stopped reading books about, I want to say 4 years ago. Stopped reading books. I made a decision that I'm not going to read anymore, just because I realized that this was my decision at that point. I was like, yo, I'm over here reading, and it's pretty much immersing myself into the mind of somebody else, and it's pulling me away from my truth, my own truth. And I had to jump off of that mentality because, one, my thoughts are constantly going, and I'll be the first to admit that my thoughts are not 100% positive, and you're limited to the knowledge in your own mind. So if in your mind you're going to have thoughts perpetuating throughout the day, you have to at least ask yourself, what type of questions are you asking yourself? What type of thoughts are you having? You know, if your thoughts are not positive, if your thoughts are not leading to a better life, and the easy way to determine that is by ask yourself if where you are right now is where you want to be. You know, you have to ask yourself, is where you are right now where you want to be? And if it's not, it's a result of your thinking, it's a result of your thought process. That's just the reality of the beast, you know? That's Chevy SS, I don't know what year that bitch is, but it's a reality of the beast. You know, you are in life where your mind put you. And we can get into the whole circumstantial and environment, but that excuse can only last so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you have to take responsibility for where you are, especially once you're aware that environment makes a big difference in your life. Once you understand that, you no longer could blame. You can, but it's not conducive to growth to continue blaming your environment. That's one of the beauties of, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, once you know the outcome, once you know the reason to the outcome, once you know the reason why you are where you are, it's game. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a reason that you feel you have not made it in life, now you are literally, you've put yourself in the hot seat, if you will. You've literally put yourself in the hot seat by either choosing to continue ignoring and blaming, or by finding a solution, right? So you could either continue blaming or find a fucking solution to the problem. Continue growing, continue doing everything within your power to improve, and find out what is it that you truly want. Now, I'm realizing, like, when I really dig deep, I ask myself, what would I rather have? What would I rather have? Would I rather have a business operating on 6 cylinders, fucking generating 70K every would I rather have a business generating 70K? Keep growing, keep developing. I'm gonna start the new video, but hit the link below. Keep learning, keep developing, and remember, we are one.